Okay, so there's a global health threat that's been quietly evolving, and it's moving from birds to mammals with, honestly, some pretty alarming speed. We're talking about avian flu, and a really fascinating new study out of Egypt gives us this incredible look right inside the viral battleground. All right, let's get into it. And this is the big question, isn't it? The barrier between species that we always thought was so solid, well, it's starting to look a lot more fragile. And to understand how and why, we've got to look at where the virus is changing the fastest. The main virus we're keeping an eye on here is the highly pathogenic H5N1. Right now, it's in the middle of a massive global expansion. Scientists call it a panzootic. And yeah, it's affecting countless wild and domestic birds, but believe me, the story does not end there. That's roughly the number of different mammal species this virus has already spilled over into across the globe. We're talking everything from foxes to sea lions and even, as we've seen recently, dairy cows. Every single new species it infects, that's another chance for the virus to adapt. It's another roll of the dice, and the consequences could be devastating. All right, so let's zoom in from that big global picture to one single critical location. You see, Egypt has been dealing with avian flu for more than 20 years now, which makes it an absolutely crucial place to study how these viruses evolve in real time. So, to get a handle on what was really going on, researchers launched this massive surveillance study between 2022 and 2024. They collected, get this, nearly 500,000 swab samples from poultry all across the country. The sheer scale of that effort is just wow. And you can really see the scope of their work here. I mean, look at this map showing where they found positive cases across all of Egypt's governorates. They sampled birds everywhere, from huge commercial farms to small backyard flocks and those really busy live bird markets. Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Look at this data. It can see farms and backyards had some cases, sure, but the live bird markets with 145 positive hits, they are, without a doubt, the main hubs for viral mixing and spreading. These markets are basically the perfect storm for viral evolution. And inside those hotspots, the surveillance team uncovered something pretty fascinating. It wasn't just one H5 virus causing all the problems. Instead, they found two distinct viral rivals competing for dominance in the exact same territory. So on one side, you've got the one we all know, the globally notorious H5N1. But on the other, there's a related subtype, H5N8. And in this specific battleground, the study found one virus was clearly winning. In Egypt, H5N8 was actually the more dominant virus of the two during this period. Now, when they dug into the genetics, they could even pinpoint the specific genotypes. The H5N1 was a type called EA2021AB, and the dominant H5N8 was EA2020A. What's really key here is that both are closely related to recent strains found in Europe, which pretty strongly suggest they were brought into Egypt by migratory birds. But here's the twist. It's not just that there are two viruses. It's that they are behaving very, very differently. One of them is evolving much, much faster than the other, and that has some huge implications. So, to really get this, we need to quickly talk about something called selection pressure. Just think of it like the engine that drives evolution. It's the force that pushes a virus to change, to get better at infecting new hosts, or to dodge an immune system, like the ones we train with vaccines. And the data here shows a clear winner in this evolutionary race. The H5N8 strain. It's just changing, or mutating, at a significantly faster rate than its H5N1 rival there in Egypt. It's adapting to its environment much more quickly. And this chart really drives that point home. Scientists looked at the part of the virus that our vaccines target. It's called the HA protein. What they found were 9 hotspots of evolution in H5N8, compared to just 1 in H5N1. This stronger pressure on H5N8 could be a sign of something called antigenic drift, which is just small genetic changes that can help a virus slip past our immune defenses. And that, of course, raises some really serious concerns that current vaccines might become less effective against it. So why does a viral competition in Egyptian poultry matter to the rest of the world? Well, because the genetic changes that are happening there don't stay there. They're basically providing a blueprint for what this virus could do next on a global scale. And this is the part that's pretty chilling. The study found that both of these viruses in Egypt are already carrying mutations that are associated with better adaptation to mammals. These genetic markers you see here, they're like warning lights flashing on a dashboard, signaling that the virus is picking up the tools that could make it better at infecting us. You know, the study's own conclusion puts it about as bluntly as possible. The combination of all these factors in Egypt, the constant viral presence in markets, the growing genetic diversity, and that recent jump to mammals, all of it creates a persistent, very real risk of a spillover to people. And that really brings us to the most important takeaway from all of this. This kind of intensive, on-the-ground monitoring in hotspots like Egypt, it's not just a local issue. It is a critical part of our global early warning system. It's how we can spot dangerous new variants before they have a chance to spread across the world. So, in the end, the incredible, meticulous work from these scientists serves as a powerful warning. It shows us exactly how and where this threat is evolving. The question now is, are we going to act on this knowledge before it's too late?